Hello, 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 hello. We have got much to talk about. The notebook is out, which means I'll be making notes and I'll be looking at the channel before. Isn't it lovely to be able to refer to it as the channel? And I've got a load of things to go through. The blackout curtains are drawn. As is often the way on a Friday, we record in log because after this, I'm going to record my reel for Instagram and also my short for YouTube, which now goes up. Odd, I don't know why. Are you the same? I kind of do. I'm a creature of habit. So my reels go up, well, they're as and when, but the picture that I post every day on Instagram always goes up at 6:30. I schedule it to go up at 6:30. Why 6:30? I have no idea. And the short at the moment is going up at 10 o'clock on a Saturday morning. Why? Again, no idea. Just by way of a fancy. So anyway, because I'm doing these other things, I thought I would go the full 9 yards. I put on the 24mm lens today. I was going to try the Canon lens I've got, which is a 10 to 18, but in the end I thought I'd go for the full soft bokeh look. And I'm going to, one of the things on my list, very exciting, I downloaded some Canon LUTs today from Canon themselves, and there's something called Grid 33 LUT and a Grid 65 LUT. I did some looking around, and apparently 65 is the top-notch colour grading, so I might try and use that today and see if it looks any better. If I've managed to use it, I'll leave a line in the description and you can tell me if it looks any better. Way back at the beginning of the year, I changed how I'm uploading the videos to YouTube just after I bought this. Isn't it strange? I can say YouTube most of the time, but sometimes I'm struggling, it comes out YouTube. But anyway, once I bought the Canon, I started uploading as best a quality as I could, because obviously I'm in 10-bit on this now, so I wanted to make sure I was getting the full beans. So I will let you know if I manage to get this new LUT installed in Final Cut and see how that goes. First of all, some hellos. Steve, I haven't said hello to you in a long while, and I know you regularly watch. Yes, I hope you enjoyed the photos that I've been taking this week. I think I did only 4 locations, so tomorrow will be the last of the locations I went to shoot, but I'm going to try and get to Kingston over the weekend to get that one. And then next week, looking where I've got to go on Tuesday for that honour event, it's over at Spitalfields, neck of the woods. So what I'm going to do in the morning is get to Waterloo, and I think I've got to go to Northern Line. I'm going to go to King's Cross. There's about 4 shots I found over there that I want to shoot. And then after that, I'll get on the tube and go over to Aldgate East and go to the event in the afternoon. I did a poll on the main channel this morning, asking folks, do they prefer studio-based or London-based? And last year when I tried going around the UK, they didn't seem to be particularly popular. I think it could be that I've just got better at what I do and I'm telling a better story. And you know, I'm doing this whole changing scenes. Every time there's a break, a change scene, break, change a scene. I think that, I was watching it back last night, and I don't say this in an egotistical way, I was just watching it thinking that's actually quite interesting. So far the poll looked like it's pretty much pro being in London, so certainly while I've got 6 months of decent weather, hopefully, ahead of me, I'll try and do as much as I can in London. A good mate of mine, Mike, Steve, that's Mike that lives in Wales, I still haven't been to him, he was saying, I'm nervous for you, mate, all that gear in London. I do try to be as careful as I can. I know it looks like I'm being laissez-faire when you look at the videos, but I'm as cautious as I can, which is why you've seen most of the shots I've got the backpack on to make sure I'm not leaving the backpack on the floor and things like that. And normally the pockets are closed. Obviously it wasn't when the Neo fell out. That coating is really thin though. Yes, I am pissed off that I've got a mark on it, but I'm going to call it patina, and it shows that I'm actually using the things. So also I want to say hello to Jay. We met at the Apple event. He spotted me in the line and came up and said, hello Jay, lovely to meet you. I'm glad you got to see that video. And Tracy, you found me too. Glad to have you. Tracy's been a long time follower on the main channel. She's an avid photographer and she's taken some really lovely shots. I've looked at some of her work on Instagram and she always enjoys the pictures I put up, and made a really lovely comment this week. Yes, Tracy, I am very lucky that I get to go out and spend a day shooting. At the moment, in and of itself, it doesn't pay, but I try to obviously integrate that with a day when I'm making a video as well. Not that they're paying a lot at the moment. Hey, I'm going to earn £200 AdSense this month, may I tell you. I think Marquez is on about $10,000. I'm on £200. Anyway, it's something, right? It's something. Medium's money landed today. Oh, it was awful. £135 for the month. Ouch, that hurts. But anyway, so that's the hello said. And I want to use a DC. He left a link on there and I looked at it. It was the Muppets singing about tomorrow, because I lost today kind of thing. Very funny. Oddly enough, and this is going to lead me on to another little story, as I saw the Muppets, my dad and I were massive Muppets fans. Now, if you're not into jazz, go and look up Buddy Rich and Channel 1 Suite, West Side Story or Birdland, 3 of his big numbers. Anyway, I went to see Buddy Rich with my dad when I was very young, 5, 6, 7, something like that. Got into jazz, and then Buddy Rich, well, it's going somewhere, bear with me. Buddy Rich was a guest on The Muppet Show and did a drum battle with Animal. Sorry about the road noise. It's hot in here today, so I've got the windows open just to try and keep me cool. So, yes, we were big Muppets fans. And this is going back to late 70s, I guess. And he had 8-track stereo, both at his work, at the print factory that I worked in with, and also in his car. And we used to sing along. And it wasn't the Tomorrow song, but we used to sing along to Robin halfway up the stairs. I'm not going to try to sing it. It's a really sad song, and to this day still brings a lump to my throat. Robin, from The Muppet Show, halfway down the stairs, I think it is. It's a lovely song. I'm not going to have anyone say anything against it. It's a lovely song. So anyway, we were sitting in the car driving up to Lord's, funny enough, to watch cricket one day, listening to the Muppets, and his Jag broke down. Yes, my old man, the apple doesn't fall far from the tree. I'm fairly similar to my dad. He passed away 28 years ago this year. So I've been a long time without him, but every day I think about him. And we broke down, if you know London, it was the Westway, the A40, the elevated section into town. We had to wait for AA to turn up to repair the car. Typical Jag, it overheated. And we sat there listening to Muppets, but then he was colourblind. So we're seeing these cars go past, and I was trying to explain colours to him. And that day, and I remember it, 40 years on, 45, 50 years on, I remember it clear as a bell. I taught him the colour beige. He knew in his mind what beige looked like. With his colour blindness, he couldn't see red. Red was silver, green was silver and red was brown, which made traffic lights a little bit dodgy. Didn't ever feel quite the same being in the car with him after that. But there was a Muppet-related story that I wanted to mention to you about the beige. Also, I think it was, I don't know if it was User DC. No, it was Marstruck. I think that was the guy that got in touch with me. I'm assuming it was a guy, the viewer that got in touch with me on the channel just before I came on, and re-dragging and dropping music onto the iPod. Apparently, there's an app called Rockbox. Has anybody heard of it? Apparently, it's quite simple to install on the iPod. How? I'm really interested. If you can let me know how. I've never heard of it. How do I get it from the Mac onto the iPad? If you can explain that to me, I'd like to give that a go. And also, I've been nerding a little bit this morning, and I'm going to, well, be nerding about a lot of things actually this morning. But I've already mentioned, I say I'm nerding, I mentioned the Grid 33, haven't I? I've mentioned the Grid 33 and the Grid 66, the Canon Lux. I've mentioned that. I do apologise to you. Also, our subs are up. We are at a heady height. We've gained 39 subs in the month. I thank you. It's all down to you. And it's lovely. I come in each morning because the channel's still small enough that I get notifications from YouTube when there's a new subscriber comes through. Obviously on the main channel now, I don't know where it gets to, but then it kind of cuts off and stops. But yeah, so I still get an email notification, and yes, we're at 62 subs now, so that feels good. Sponsor-wise, there's a few things potentially happening. I pitched an idea to you, Green, last night that had been on my mind, because I've got their DXP 4800 Plus, their NAS, sitting just down there on the floor. And whenever I'm away shooting, I always upload my photos first onto the desktop with whatever Mac I've got with me, and then I try, if I've got decent enough speeds, I'll send them back to the server so that I know I'm backed up, that I'm not going to lose my photos, as I did a couple of weeks ago. And I said to them, because at the moment, they give you an option of backing up to the cloud, but that doesn't seem to make much sense. Why would you spend the money on a NAS, then to still be spending money to back up to the cloud? So I said, why don't you send me another NAS? I can have that at home, and I can make a video of me backing up remotely from one NAS to another, which I think they've gone with. Not until June, but I think they've gone with it. This could be an odd one you'll see me doing. There's an exercise bike. Yeah, it's quite a plush one, about a 500 quid one. That we got 2/3 of the way there. They're pushing their luck on what they want me to do for how little, so I've sort of met them somewhere in the middle-ish. So we'll see where that goes. I've got to find someone then to put this chuffing great big exercise bike. I don't have a garage. I live in a first floor apartment, so I've got a car park space downstairs, which clearly I can't put in. That's general area, and I have got a cupboard downstairs, but that cupboard is full, and also it's dark. It's not too damp, but it's dark and cold. I don't know where it's going to go. That is a problem I'll have, but we'll cross that bridge when we come to it. And I thought there was one. No, maybe it's just those two. Espresso Displays are delighted. They're really happy. They're putting my video in their newsletter this week, and I think they're going to put some posts up as well. So I've said I'll try and take a display. Must remember to take a display with me. I'm not sure I'm coming in tomorrow or not. There may well be a vlog over the weekend. I should have time. the rest of the afternoon it's going to be doing this first, then seeing if this new LUT works. I'm really excited to see if this new LUT works. Unnecessarily excited. Also, the monitor in front of me that I always use, I found out it's battery operated as well. So I can actually take this with me on location. But at the moment, I'm in the middle of the studio with the monitor on battery power. How lush. The only thing that was annoying me, I couldn't get... the Canon app used to let me Bluetooth. So I was going to sit here and just like tap my focus and go. Wouldn't connect. I spent too long trying to get it to connect to Wi-Fi, too long trying to get it to connect to Bluetooth. I've unpaired it, unpaired it, it's not working. So I'll come, I don't know, do you obsess about things like that? I'm terrible, I go down a rabbit hole. If something's not working, I'll spend ages and ages and ages trying to get it to work. But the rest of the day is going to be doing this. I'm going to stop recording and we get this uploaded. And then straight after that, I'll do the short, which is going to be about the MacBook Neo and that little ding I got on it. And then I'll do a reel talking about the photo. If you're interested, which Tracy you might be, the photo today is... oh yes, it's a place called the Poultry in London. I was leaving Lime Street, Lloyd's Tower. I was walking to the Barbican for a shot you'll probably see tomorrow. That was the final location of the day. And then I walked from Barbican back to Waterloo. That's why I do a lot of walking when I'm in London. And there was this place, that you'll see it, but basically if you look, it's like an indoor little area. I think there's flats upstairs, businesses downstairs, but this kind of triangle they've developed in the middle of the ceiling, and you look up and it's the sky. Just with these colourful flats. The flats have got this red, yellow, blue fascia to them. Sounds gross the way I'm describing it. It's really lovely. So that's going to be the shot today. But I got home that night, before dropping the Mac, and I looked at the knees on my jeans, and they were black, which just shows how much time I spend. I don't think about it now, I just drop down to my knees and begin shooting. But also I had a really sore neck that day as well, because I was craning up the whole time for those look-up shots. And that particular shot that's going up today, I spent ages waiting for a bird to fly or a plane to fly. There was no plane, but there was obviously the hint of a vapour trail, a plane that had gone way before. So I may do with that because then I wanted to get on and record. So tomorrow I will be writing. I haven't written about the 17E, which surprised me. Normally I repurpose my content, so that's going to be the written story for next week. As for the video, I did 2 polls today. So I did a poll, do you want me to do studio-based recording or London-based? It seems it was a runaway with London-based. And I did a poll about what would you like me to do a video on next. Equally, please, if there's anything you would like me to make a video on, because you know I work week to week, so now's the day I start. Once that previous week's video is done, and it's doing all right actually. I think it was a 3 out of 10. It's done about 2,500 views, 12 subs. I haven't seen what how many impressions it's had. Impressions is how many people YouTube put it in front of. But yeah, it did okay, and I kind of thought it would. But I put up on the poll 17E, iPad Pro, or iPhone Air, and I think what I've seen, the 17E is winning. If that's the case, I'll have to try and think of another new angle to spin on it. But if there's anything you'd like me to make a video about, or think I should make a video about, it'd be interesting, let me know, because if we all come together, hopefully I can try and make some decent content. I'm going to try and shoot it while I'm in not in Edgware, sorry, when I'm in King's Cross. It's going to be a lot to get done that day. So I'm going to go and do this. There's about 4 shots fairly close together, I think. So once I get to King's Cross, I should be able to spend about an hour there, get some shots. So I try and let rush hour finish. So if I leave home and get kind of the 20 to 11 train into Waterloo, something like that, maybe the 10 past 10. Not that you know the train timetables where I live, but trust me, it's 10 past 10 and 22 is my train times into London. Get over to King's Cross quite early. I think there's a shot at St Pancras as well. And then if I know, well, by that stage I will know what I'm making a video on. If it's 17E, I'll take it with me and do some sort of location shots. And again, I'll be in different places through the course of the day, so it might make for... I just think it makes it more interesting. That mate of mine, Mike, he said it was very documentary style, which I guess it was. And that was the look I was going for. So, yeah, I think I've sort of come on a bit from last year when I started dabbling with this idea, but now people are buying into it. And London is... Maybe I'm smarter just staying in London, because London's so iconic and it's so cool and there's so many places to go. And Spitalfields is a really cool... In fact, it's very, very near to where I went for my... Remember a couple of weeks ago for my birthday, I went to Brick Lane? It's just around the corner from there. So it's a really cool area, even where we're ending up. And I don't quite know what I'm going to be doing in the event itself. I'm assuming... I've looked, it's May 6th is when the embargo drops, but I haven't actually got any physical products. I've seen what they're going to be showing there. Obviously, that's what I can't talk about. But I don't know what... I suppose I could record myself with hands-on with it. I don't know. It will tank, I would have thought. Being an Apple channel, suddenly having an Android. Is that a bad thing? I don't know. You're told to stay in lane, but is this change as good as the rest? So anyway, lots to shoot on Tuesday. Might go to Kingston over the weekend to get that tunnel shot I wanted. and yeah, I'll be writing tomorrow. So, oh, and if you're wondering why I don't put any captions on the Reels for Instagram, but I do put captions on the short, and for shorts I'm using Edits, which is the app from Instagram. I edit it in Final Cut, then I take that file and drop it into Edits and put the captions on. It's nice and straight, simple and straightforward. I did used to use CapCut, but then I heard that it was a Chinese company, they were doing all sorts of things with data, so I kind of backed out of that. So I just use nice simple captions, but that's what I found kind of best to be doing on that. So I think that's everything and then some. So beige is the colour. Go and check out Muppets, Robin Halfway Down the Stairs. Halfway down the stairs. It's a lovely, lovely song. Also, Puff the Magic Dragon. My sister always used to sing that to me. That too made me cry. This is the beauty of the vlog. I had no idea about we were going to mention Puff the Magic Dragon, but there you go. Have yourselves a lovely weekend. I'm going to open the blackout curtains in a moment. I can't because I'm editing. And I will speak to you maybe over the weekend and certainly, most certainly on Monday. Thanks for everything. Thanks for being there. Thanks for being such wonderful people. And we'll catch up very, very soon.